If you have at least 10 pounds to lose and want to melt that fat as fast as possible without chaining yourself to a treadmill or ever feeling deprived of your guilty pleasure foods, then this video is going to change your life. In just a moment, I'm about to share my simple secret to turning your favorite foods into fat-burning super meals, so you'll never fall victim to the same old proven-to-fail methods. The workout DVDs that are impossible to keep up with, the powders, pills, and fat-burning potions that really only burn a hole in your wallet, and those revolutionary diets that turn out to be nothing more than Ms. Atkins in a fancy new outfit. Then I'm going to tell you the shocking true story of how my girlfriend used my super meal secret to nearly destroy my life. Hi, my name is Ben, and before you start thinking, oh no, here's another man trying to tell me what to do with my body, I'll ask that you please just take a few minutes to hear my story. I promise if you do, you'll see that I'm not one of them. I'm not some doctor with a fancy degree or one of those screaming caffeine-powered personal trainers trying to scare the pounds off you. Truth is, I have about as much in common with your typical weight loss expert as a hummingbird has with a grizzly bear. I failed every diet I've ever been on, and I'd much rather spend the night curled up with a good movie and a bottle of wine than slaving away at the gym. I'm strong enough to admit it now, but I'm a fat boy at heart. And after years of feeling embarrassed about my body, after years of trying everything under the sun to lose weight, but still hating the way I looked, I accepted my fate. I just didn't have the skinny gene required to ever fit into a pair of skinny jeans. My metabolism was too slow, or so I thought. But then, long after I gave up on ever looking my best or truly feeling my best, I stumbled onto a secret that changed everything. A secret that allowed me to drop 76 pounds in just a few short months, taking me from this to this. As crazy as this might sound, the weight started coming off so quickly, my family thought I was dying. And that's not an exaggeration. They literally accused me of hiding a cancer diagnosis from them. And now when I look back, I can understand why they felt something had to be wrong. The fact that I hated exercise wasn't exactly a family secret. And instead of torturing myself with bland salads and boring boiled chicken recipes, I didn't go a single day without indulging in delicious forbidden foods, like mouth-watering muffins, rich and satisfying ice cream, and my personal favorite, chewy chocolate brownies. But despite my habit of turning every day into a cheat day, I was shrinking right in front of my family's eyes. Imagine the feeling of losing nearly a pound every day your first month, like I did. I can tell you the feeling is nothing short of empowering. But while my fat was certainly wasting away, I was far from dying. For the first time in my life, I was truly healthy, and the fat loss was just a pleasant side effect. But it did take a major scare to get me to that point. You see, while I emotionally accepted being fat, physically I was falling apart. The years of lugging around the extra pounds, and more importantly, the lifestyle that had led to those pounds, left me a complete mess. I was always the first to catch a cough or the flu, and my blood work resembled something out of a horror movie. Between all the aches, pains, and ailments I had, I literally had to factor regular doctor visits into my schedule. One of my doctors became so concerned, he gave me an ultimatum. Ben, you're far too young to have all these health problems. You have to change your life, or you're not going to have one for very long. Boy, talk about a wake-up call. I was okay with a little embarrassment at the beach, but dying? I was not ready for that. I knew I needed to make smarter choices if I ever hoped to feel better. But what was I supposed to do? I'd tried all the typical diets, and they made me feel even worse. I mean, just the thought of being on one of those restricted rabbit food diets was enough to ruin my mood. But giving up on my sweets? Now that felt like living a nightmare. There had to be a better way. And if there wasn't, I was going to create one myself. So I fell back on something I knew I was good at, something I majored in back in college. Agriculture. I started reading everything I could get my hands on about how the food we eat affects the human body. Not the stuff that diet corporations have been force-feeding us our whole lives, but actual, unfiltered science. And what I found blew my mind, because I discovered that by simply adding 3 delicious ingredients to the meals I was already eating, my body would have all the nutrients it needed to finally run at full potential. And when you give your body those nutrients, you feel healthier. Your metabolism gets a dramatic makeover. And your body begins to melt fat like chocolate left in the hot sun. By adding certain nutrients to your diet, you turn your favorite foods into fat-melting super meals. So instead of giving up my delicious brownies, now I get to eat them whenever I want and actually burn fat doing it. The secret changed everything, and not just for me. My girlfriend used the same secret to drop 25 pounds of fat on her way to becoming a top Maxim model. But that's not the shocking part. What she did next is. And I'm not exaggerating a bit when I say it nearly destroyed me. I'll tell you that sad little story in a minute. But first, I'd like to explain how you can use my new way of eating to lose all your unwanted pounds. Even the impossible to drop last 10. That insecure feeling that keeps you in shorts and a t-shirt when going to the beach? Gone. That self-conscious feeling you get when you look in the mirror, see yourself in family photos, or catch a glimpse of your body as you stroll by a store window. That's gone too. You now walk into a room with confidence. Heads turn, but for all the right reasons. Other women whispered behind your back, but now they're whispering, how'd that bitch get so skinny? They know what you already know. You look damn good. Then there are those intimate moments with the lucky man in your life. You can go into those feeling sexy and secure because you know he can't wait to get his hands on you. As long as you can deal with a few jealous friends and don't mind splurging on a new wardrobe, what I'm about to share with you is going to make you very, very happy. With my new way of eating, you can enjoy all your favorite foods, guilt-free, while melting the pounds and inches that have held you back for all these years. The best part is, it works even if you don't like to exercise, because I hate working out. The good news is I found an easy activity that's incredibly fun and burns more calories than a grueling 20-minute jog. So, even without spending half a day on the track or in the gym, you reach your goals even faster. But before I hand you the keys to your shiny new life, I have to tell you the heartbreaking story that inspired me to share this with you. Meet Mihaela, the woman I always loved and always knew I'd spend the rest of my life with. If you think you may have seen her before, you're probably right. Just a quick glance down the magazine aisle, and you might catch Mihaela on the cover of Maxim or FHM. It's easy to see how I fell in love with her, right? Well, that's not the whole story. Because before Mihaela was that sexy and confident model you see now, she looked like this. That's the girl I fell in love with. But no matter how many times I told her she was perfect and didn't need to change a thing, she didn't want to hear it. Mihaela had dreams of being a model, but whenever she scrounged up the courage to submit her pictures to an agency, she was told, "You have such a pretty face. Lose 25 pounds and take some more pictures." Most people would take that in stride. I mean, who actually wants to live up to their ridiculous standards of what's attractive anyway? Personally, I find a lot of those model types too skinny, and real men actually prefer women with a little bit of meat on their bones. But Mihaela was dead set on a modeling career. And the way her insecurities work, she completely missed the compliment about how pretty she was. All she heard was, "You're not good enough, you're too fat." It played over and over in her head and chipped away at her self-esteem. She became obsessed with losing that damn 25 pounds. She'd slave away at the gym and practically, sometimes literally, starve herself. And all she got from it was frustration and, of course, exhaustion. It killed me inside to see the love of my life suffering so much. Because I knew if she would just follow my new way of eating, she would fast-track through all that frustration and finally lose the fat without the suffering, without the workouts from hell most trainers force you to do, without the restrictive menus most diets chain you down with, and without the endless rules every other weight loss system uses to control you. My plan only has 3 simple rules. As long as you follow them, you can pretty much eat whatever else you want and still lose all the extra weight, while never starving yourself, which is a recipe for disaster anyway. Instead, you reward your body with nutrients, giving it the energy it longs for. And in return, your body starts melting fat automatically. Now here's the part that matters to you. You can get all the nourishment your body needs by eating your usual diet and simply adding these 3 unusual foods. My first unusual food is a delicious vegetable oil that replaces all the other oils you use for cooking, turning your normal meals into fat-melting super meals. This is the only oil I've ever heard of that actually forces your body to release fat for energy, instead of storing it around your tummy, butt, and thighs. The second of my unusual foods is a sinfully sweet vegetable extract you can use to make ordinary foods taste extraordinary. We all know table sugar is pretty much poison, and its obesity-breeding bestie, corn syrup, is even worse. Well, the sweet treat I discovered is different. It doesn't produce any of the insulin spikes that cause your body to store fat. In fact, it doesn't affect your blood sugar at all. You can enjoy all you want, truly guilt-free, and with none of the horrible aftertaste you get with chemical sugar replacements. My final food isn't just unusual, it's downright weird. It's a special bean the Mayans called the food of the gods. Now, what the Mayans lacked in calendar making, they more than made up for with this. It's the richest source of magnesium on the planet, and contains more of the fat-fighting antioxidants than the famous acai berry. Alone, each of these three very affordable foods have the power to take your health to a much higher level, that's for sure. But when you combine them, the effects are almost magical, and you're definitely going to want to combine them. Because by simply mixing these three ingredients together, you create a delicious, fat-melting super chocolate. A chocolate that blows away any of those chalky-tasting treats you'll find in the health food store. Because this is real chocolate, with a much richer taste than the store-bought trash you're used to. In fact, this super chocolate is so tasty, you won't believe it could possibly be good for you. But the results speak for themselves. When you add this chocolate to your diet meal plan, your body begins to melt even the most stubborn fat. My body certainly did, and so did Mahala's. After I convinced her to make this super chocolate part of her diet, she quickly dropped those 25 pounds that kept her from her dreams. She was so happy, and would soon become even happier, when Maxim and FHM both signed her to modeling contracts. After years of struggling, her dreams finally became a reality. And after I helped her get there, we went on to get married and live happily ever, or at least that's how I imagined it would go. After all, we both achieved our goals that had eluded us. I was healthy for maybe the first time in my entire life, and lost 76 pounds along the way. And Mahala reached her cover girl dream. So I started to plan the big moment, thinking about how I would pop the question, how to make it perfect, a memory she would never forget. But apparently there wasn't room in Mahala's dream for me. After a day spent secretly shopping for a ring, I came home to a house that was completely empty. Well, almost. Because while Mahala was nowhere in sight, she did happen to leave a letter on the kitchen table. A letter that shook my entire world like an earthquake. Basically, she told me that although she loved me, with her modeling responsibilities, a newly found desire to branch out into acting, she had a lot of things on her mind and thought it was best that we took a little break. In other words, she dumped me. So there I was, spending every waking moment planning out the rest of my life with this woman, while she was thinking of the right words to say that kicked me to the curb. Safe to say, I was crushed. It was a deep, dark moment in my life, a painful depression that lasted for months. But I guess it's my own fault. I should have seen it coming. When I think back, as I was losing all the weight, Mahala never once congratulated me. And during my big health scare, it's weird, I can't say for sure, but I don't remember her comforting me either. You know how you tell the people you love, it'll be okay, that kind of thing. But I don't hold a grudge. Mahala and I had some great times. And I came out of the experience with a new purpose, a mission. Change the lives of everyone sick and tired of struggling with their health and their weight. Everyone who is sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. That's why I'm here talking to you today. Using my background in agriculture, I was able to amplify all the effects of that bean, that sweet vegetable extract, and that fat-burning oil. But that was only the beginning, because then I met a Chinese herbalist. Actually, she was a detoxification expert who showed me a simple way you can cleanse your body of all of its harmful toxins, allowing the nutrients from these unique foods to start melting fat even faster, and to ensure you never get tired of eating them. I worked tirelessly to create a dozen gotta-taste-it-to-believe-it recipes using the ingredients in my healthy super chocolate. I consulted with the world-class chef and based my recipes on worldwide favorites. So now, after you use the fat-burning oil to cook your dinner, you can have a delicious real brownie for dessert. And if you want a midnight snack, how about a moist muffin that'll melt in your mouth, or some ice cream-covered cheesecake? Again, all truly guilt-free, and let me add, chemical-free too. I put a lot of work into making the most enjoyable fat loss plan on the planet, and today I'm offering it to you, so you can use it to melt away your unwanted pounds and inches, quickly and without all the back-breaking exercise. This is your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to put all of your past diet failures behind you. It's your chance to finally move past the shame and self-consciousness those extra pounds have caused on you over the years. and truly give yourself a fresh start. Through the triumph, the heartbreak, the months of dedication, I'm proud to introduce you to Fresh Start Fat Loss, a brand new way of eating that uses your favorite foods to set the wheels in motion that create the healthiest you there's ever been. When that happens, losing all your extra weight becomes just a natural side effect. The best part is, Fresh Start Fat Loss works with your body on every level to give your metabolism a makeover and melt all your unwanted pounds and inches quick and painlessly. And here's the really cool part. You never have to thumb through hundreds of pages of some boring textbook. Fresh Start Fat Loss is presented in a series of short, easy-to-follow videos that take you from where you are now to the body you've always dreamed of in the quickest time possible. So while these videos are filled with cutting-edge revelations you can't find anywhere else, information that's proven to help optimize your hormones, increase your energy levels, and make you look and feel younger, this new science is delivered in such an easy-to-understand way you can easily apply it to transform your health and your life starting right now. How can I be sure of that? Well, it turns out the information in this program is backed by over $500,000 in scientific research. Research you'll never see in the media, because it's all about inexpensive natural foods the big diet companies can't charge you an arm and a leg for. But you can find it all in Video 1, Just 3 Rules. These are the 3 easy-to-follow rules you'll use to drop the fat fast and keep it off forever. The real reason other diets force you to be so strict with the foods you eat is because those programs do nothing to address the key nutritional deficiencies that really keep you fat. But when you follow my 3 simple rules, you melt that fat while still enjoying your favorite foods guilt-free. You also discover the truth about those awful cravings and how to shut them down for good, whether or not alcohol makes you fat, and how many drinks with the girls you can have without sabotaging your success, why pretty much every diet guru is wrong about carbs, and the secret to enjoying delicious bread with any meal while never gaining an ounce. The hidden all-day energy boost that lets you coast through your chores and keep up with all the kids without the crash you get from sugar-filled energy drinks. Video 2, Fat-Melting Super Chocolate. This delicious treat helped me drop 76 pounds in just a few short months and helped my ex get the modeling contract she always dreamed of. Right here is where you get the step-by-step recipe. I'm not exaggerating when I say if you can pour a bowl of cereal, then you already have all the cooking skill you need to make your own delicious metabolism booster. Because while you can use these 3 foods to replace the unhealthy oils and sugars in your diet and see great results just by doing that, when you combine them in the right amounts, something magical happens. You create a delicious super chocolate that can melt more fat than any diet pill on the market. It's packed full of so many fat-fighting antioxidants. It's like a facelift for a tired metabolism. This super chocolate causes your body to release feel-good chemicals known as endorphins, so it reduces stress and improves your mood. Plus, it tastes amazing. I promise the hardest thing about this whole process is believing that something this delicious can actually help you melt fat. But the proof is in the way you look, and more importantly, the way you feel. Once you get a taste of the vibrant energy and the self-confidence from seeing changes in the mirror day after day, you'll have no doubt. Video 3, CoverGirl Cleanse. Here's where you discover the secret a Chinese herbalist and healing expert showed me to melt pounds so quickly. It's like you're pressing your metabolism's fast-forward button. See, when you finally start giving your body the nutrients it was missing, it responds very quickly. But before your metabolism can run at full speed, you first need to eliminate the toxins you've been storing in your fat cells. Fortunately, eliminating these toxins is a simple, painless process once you know the secret. And when you watch Video 3, you'll know all the secrets to having your metabolism run like a well-oiled machine. The simple first-grade math problem that leads to vibrant health and healthy fat loss. If there's one thing you need to know, this is it. The 5-second secret to increasing mental energy, detoxifying from harmful poisons, and fortifying your immune system. The 4 most effective store-bought nutritionals for melting pounds and eliminating toxins from your body. A little-known mineral that comes from a volcano which traps toxins and safely escorts them through your body's detox doors. But to take it to an even higher level, there's Video 4, Flawless Digestion Secrets, where you discover how to develop ideal digestion for fat loss. This way you can absorb all the super nutrients you'll be taking in, while your colon remains free of the clogs that slow down your metabolism. In this important video, you'll discover the simple way to safely sweep away dangerous toxins that rob you of your full fat melting potential. A quick trick to digesting meals faster while eliminating all your body's trapped junk, so your metabolism keeps melting fat round the clock. How to stop the horrible bloating feel you have after big meals, so you not only fit into your skinny jeans, but can feel comfortable in them too. And that's just for starters. By combining the information in these videos, your body becomes so efficient, your metabolism runs at such a high level, you have no choice but to start melting fat, almost immediately. On Fresh Start Fat Loss, it's pretty common to lose 5 pounds in your first week. And that's pure fat, not the useless water weight you lose on those restrictive low-carb diets. So the only question to ask then is, how much is this thing going to cost? Well, if you had Jenny send you food, or hire people to watch your weight, depending upon which meals and snacks you choose, it could cost you about $500 to $700 a month. Even on the low end, that's still $6,000 per year for the privilege of eating food that tastes like the cardboard box it comes in. And considering Fresh Start Fat Loss allows you to eat all your favorite foods guilt-free, it's worth at least as much as Jenny charges. But FSFL is not going to cost you $6,000. Heck, it won't even cost a single month of what the box food costs. A year's supply of acai berry or one of the other fat-burning supplements can run you in the neighborhood of $600. FSFL will not even cost you that much, even though just one of the 3 ingredients in our super chocolate contains more fat-fighting antioxidants than any berry you'll ever find. Perfecting this system was part of my personal healing process, and a reminder that everything happens for a reason. See, if Mihaela hadn't broken my heart, I never would have met my current girlfriend, Jennifer, who really is everything I could have asked for in a partner. And while Jennifer doesn't have a weight problem, she, like me, is a big believer in good karma. So even though Fresh Start Fat Loss will change your life in more ways than just helping you lose weight, I decided to keep the price very low in order to help as many people as possible. Act right now, and total access to the entire Fresh Start Fat Loss program today is just $47. That's less than the price of a single session with a personal trainer, except I won't be yelling at you. And the only time you have to do any real exercise is when you want to, because you're melting fat around the clock while eating your favorite foods, including foods that are forbidden on any other diet. In my opinion, the path is clear. You know, Fresh Start Fat Loss is the answer you've been searching for. But you know how much it hurts to put your hope and faith into something only to be let down. That's why I decided to take all the risk. When you commit to Fresh Start Fat Loss, you're covered by my 60-day, unconditional, melt all your fat or I'll buy it back guarantee. The way it works is real simple. You try the Fresh Start Fat Loss for 60 days. That's 2 full months to enjoy the healthy eating that doesn't taste healthy. 8 delicious weeks to turn your favorite foods into fat-melting super meals just like I did when I lost 76 pounds. And at the end of those 60 days, you must be absolutely thrilled with your progress. You must feel better than you ever have before. Your jeans must fit better than they ever have before. You must lose more pounds and inches than you ever have before, all while never once feeling deprived. That must all be true for you, or I insist you write me for a full refund, which you'll get no questions asked. That's right, I will buy the program back from you, so you literally have nothing to lose, and a whole new life to gain. A life filled with the self-confidence you've never felt before. And this confidence will carry over into your love life, your social life, and even your work life. All you have to do is take advantage of this amazing deal. But hold on, because this deal is about to get even better. When you join Fresh Start Fat Loss today, I'm also throwing in a special set of bonuses. Bonus number 1, the Fresh Start Shortcut Guide. This quick start video ensures you hit the ground running so you get results fast. Remember, Fresh Start Fat Loss is how my ex shed 25 pounds, including those impossible last 10, and became a Maxim cover girl. It's also how I was able to lose nearly a pound a day for my first month while enjoying all my favorite foods. It's results like that Fresh Start Fat Loss was designed to achieve. Bonus number 2, the NASA-endorsed no-sweat exercise plan. The Fresh Start Fat Loss program is so powerful, exercise is optional. But if you want to lose the most weight in the shortest amount of time, this is the plan for you. This simple, but surprisingly fun, activity literally works every cell in your entire body at once. It burns more calories than jogging and activates your body's lymphatic system, which is responsible for removing waste from your cells. So not only will you be burning calories, you'll be forcing your fat cells to release toxins, making them much easier for your body to get rid of. It's great for your joints, and it's so efficient, it's used by the NASA space program. You can't get more cutting edge than that. Just 10 to 15 minutes, a few times per week, is enough to shoot your metabolism into the stratosphere. But that's not all, because you're also getting bonus number 3, the Chinese Super Tonics Guide. These ancient super tonics have been used by Chinese cultures for thousands of years. They hold the power to boost your energy levels, increase your immune system, reduce stress, fight infection, melt fat, and even increase sexual performance in your man. Western cultures are finally catching up to what the Chinese have known for centuries, and with this guide you'll finally discover what you've been missing out on. In addition to 3 bonuses, I'll also throw in my special Super Chocolate Cookbook. These are the recipes I designed with the help of a world-class chef. In this ebook, I show you how to use healthy super chocolate to make 14 delicious desserts, like muffins, brownies, ice cream, waffles, cheesecake, and many other tasty treats you can finally enjoy guilt-free. If you're anything like me, these recipes will change your life. Once you have these healthy alternatives, you'll never have the temptation to eat unhealthy food again. Your girlfriends will be dying to know how you eat all your favorites, and still look so good. But I have to warn you, I can't promise that these bonuses will be included forever. If you were to buy the NASA No Sweat program and the Super Chocolate Cookbook separately, you might expect to pay $47 each for them. But right now, you get everything included in Fresh Start Fat Loss, plus the NASA No Sweat program and the Super Chocolate Cookbook, not to mention the other bonuses, for that same low price of just $47. But you have to act now. In life, there's a handful of moments that can change everything. Consider it a hinge in your history. You can swing it in one direction and get a result, or swing the other way and have your life turn out in an entirely different way. This is one of those moments. You can keep trying those restrictive diets, hoping you'll get lucky enough to drop a few pounds before you break down and the weight loss stops, like it always does. Or you can take advantage of this incredible no-risk offer and use a scientifically proven solution that forces your body to melt fat without ever feeling deprived of delicious foods. The solution I use to drop 76 pounds. The solution proven to give you a Maxim-worthy body, if that's what you want. I've told you my story. Now it's time to create your own. Put the struggles and frustrations behind you and give yourself the fresh start you deserve. Click the Commit to Change button below, and I'll see the new you on the inside.